Hello there, Tony here from Barlow Roots. Just wanted to do a quick video. Going to be doing some splitting and stacking of wood today. So hope to bring you along and show you a little bit about our process as we put up wood. We've been heating a lot with wood this winter, and it really makes a difference for our house. It's not a big house, but we've got a wood fire insert and a great big kind of thermal mass big fireplace with a bunch of brick. So once we get that thing hot, it really warms up and keeps the house warm for a long time. So we've been burning a lot of wood. I got this oak that I've been splitting, and some of this other wood, mostly from friends that just had trees taken down in their yard. And it's a really nice way for us to get wood. Most of the wood on our property is actually red pine, which isn't great for burning. We're going to split a lot of it and just let it really cure and dry for a long time and hope for the best on some of it. But for the most part, it's good for us to find some of these hardwoods elsewhere. So let me show you a little bit about our setup here. We've got our pile of wood right here. This is what we already split. These were some just massive rounds, and you can see we're a little late to the game. We were dry and snow-free for a very long period of time, and then of course we got a couple inches last night of this real wet snow. So got all our fresh split wood wet, but that kind of thing happens, I guess. And this is wood that my wife Ingrid stacked up this morning. So she got us started. I built this little covered wood shed, I guess, a couple of years ago. And it works great for stacking little piles. As we grow our pile and continue to procure more wood, we're going to need to expand on that, obviously, but should be able to get maybe one more, maybe even two more rows just like that stacked in there. So we got our Husky splitter over here. I'll fire that up in a minute and show you how that works. It's a 22-ton splitter. We haven't had it long. We've ran maybe 4 or 5 full tanks full of gas through it, and so far nothing has even slowed it down. It's been a trooper and has been really fun to operate and has made a big difference for us rather than splitting by hand, which is what we were doing before. So Husky 22-ton splitter. It's got a Briggs & Stratton engine on it, 6.75 foot-pounds gross torque, you see there, and can go either horizontal or vertical. And we've just loved it. It also goes by the name of Speeco, S-P-E-E-C-O. So you may see a similar splitter. They're made by the same company. And there's Oli, our Brittany. Hey, Oli! He helps. He likes to hang around and help and chew on the wood. So we'll get started here and take you along for the road. So now that we've got it all split, gonna go ahead and start stacking it up and make another stack here underneath our woodshed. My general plan, I'm sure there is a right and a wrong way to do this, or maybe some rhyme or reason to it, but I'm going to take some of these big whole logs like this, or like this, logs that still have the bark on them, and I'm going to try to use these as my bottom course, and then start mixing in our nice split logs like this. And I guess my only thought behind that is that maybe having those other logs on the bottom will help protect some of the nicer wood from some moisture. So we're not putting anything on the bottom. Thought about using some scrap wood, but we don't really have any wood that I feel is scrap enough to waste on the bottom of this pile. So I'm gonna get to work and show you maybe some updates along the way, and then maybe the final product as well. What? Alright, just wrapped up on cleaning out splitting that wood and getting it all stacked. So I'll show you the progress that I made. I actually ended up doing this pile here too. So this was a mix of kind of pine and some random wood that I couldn't even really identify. So split that, got that stacked. I'll just cover that with tarps and keep that dry that way. And then here's the stack that I got put up. I ended up needing to take the pile over to this lovely old buckthorn here, and so I have the pile kind of resting on that buckthorn, and then have it stacked up pretty good all the way over to here where it kind of tapers off, because I don't have anything to lean it up against on this side. I just put one log there, but could use a couple of T-posts in there. So we've got two good stacks here, one at the back and then one at the front, and we'll let that cure. Maybe the end of this year we'll be able to use that, because a lot of that wood was already fairly dry. It had been sitting for quite a while, so we'll just have to test it out as we go through the year. And then the pile we're currently working on is right over here, and that pile was at least 6 feet high when we stacked it up. So we've whittled away at that pretty good, and we've got a few more. I've got a few more places where I can actually go and acquire some wood that's already split. Just need to go pick it up. So that's a day at the homestead, and thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned. We'll be posting more videos here from Barlow Roots.